Hi, this is Josh with Retro TV 1 Tech, and today we're going to take a look at this Street Fighter II Champion Edition mini arcade machine. It's so cool. It's very elaborate and authentic to what an original Street Fighter II Champion Edition arcade machine would be. I remember these in Walmart when we would go and we'd want to beg Dad for quarters to play, so it's just so cool that there's a mini size machine like this available. But also, I wanted to show you this new wireless mic that I got. It actually will make the sound levels hopefully more consistent when I'm standing across the room like this or when I'm closer to the thing that I'm showing you. So let me know in the comments down below if the audio levels are more consistent and better throughout the video. So let's get started. And as you can see, I've already unboxed it and everything because I wanted to try it out. Super exciting. But again, it is manufactured by My Arcade, as you can see here. It says Micro Player Retro Arcade. Wow, so cool. And this is the version I remember the most, the Champion Edition of Street Fighter II. I think there was a regular edition, but I don't know that I ever played that besides maybe on an emulator. And I'm sure this is an emulator as well, but it talks a little bit about the history there. So you can pause the video if you want to read that. And then another cool feature here, and of course I don't have two of these, but I guess if you connect them together, it's got a multiplayer feature. So cooperative or versus, that's pretty cool. You can see some of the features there. It is the original arcade version, and there's a lot of different settings and things that it has too to make it a little bit more fun to play. So let's check out the machine. So here it is a little bit closer up, and you can see just the detail here is really, really great. You can see it's got the joystick, and it even has the labels on it for, you know, which movements of the joystick control which types of positions or movements from the player. And then you've got the different punch and kick buttons there. And the buttons are really pretty good. So the joystick is actually pretty good too. You can tell it sounds like a micro switch joystick. It's a little bit difficult to do the diagonals, but it was that way in the original as well. There's a little start button too, just to help things along. And then at the front, it's actually got a menu button and then a coin button. So you push the coin button, of course, to mimic the action of inserting a coin. So, obviously you never run out of lives on this one because you just keep pushing the coin button. So that's the nice thing about these recreations. And then the coin slot kind of recreation here actually is the power button. So I'll show you that here in just a second. But let's take a look at the side of the machine. And this is pretty authentic to what the machine would have been, the logo on the side here. And then on the back, nothing too special in the back. You've got a battery compartment. So that's my one gripe about this machine. I kind of wish it had a rechargeable battery. You can see it's got a USB-C port and it can be powered by that. So that's really nice. If you don't have batteries, you can just plug in a USB-C cable and off you go. I'm not sure if that's like a reset. I haven't really messed with that. It looks like it might be some type of reset or some other type of input. It's really hard to see. So, oh, it's okay. This is the cooperative versus multiplayer cable. I thought maybe it connected through the USB-C. So this is how the two machines would connect together if you had two of them. But it actually does take 4 AA batteries. I've already got those inserted. It's got a screw there to keep the back cover from falling off, so that's nice. I'm not sure what the battery life is. I haven't messed with it long enough to see. But again, I do wish it just had a rechargeable battery pack in it. I think that would have been pretty easy for them to do. I've got that little Game Boy that was $10 and it's got a rechargeable battery pack in it. So I feel like this could have done that. It's also got headphones though, where you can hook it up to external speakers, but it does have its own internal speaker too, which is fine. But it does have volume controls as well for the headphone jack. So let's get it powered on. So as I said before, you push the coin door here. Actually, it's all the coin doors. And you just push that, it lights up. And even the top of the machine lights up, as you can see, which is really cool. So let it boot up there. And there it goes. So it's asking you if you're in single player or link. So we're going to go ahead and hit single player here. And it should boot right into the game. Well, I guess you don't push the start button. I guess you just push one of the action buttons there. I really do love the backlight up here, just like a real arcade machine. That's pretty cool. So now it's doing the RAM-ROM check and all that stuff that a real arcade machine would do when it's powered up. There's the copyright warnings even. They got to have those in there. I remember all the FBI warnings on the games. There we go. So the speaker sounds pretty good, actually. So I hope you can hear that through my wireless mic. I think the speakers, yeah, so the speakers are actually underneath there. So then it does the demonstration mode and all that stuff. Pretty fun. And as it's doing the little demo here, I wanted to show you, you can actually push the volume button on the back of the unit to make the volume a little bit lower there as well. All right, let's give this a shot. I want to keep the controls in view here, so the screen might be kind of small, but hopefully I've got the brightness set correctly. So let me hit the insert coin button. There we go. And I'm going to press the start button there. Okay. All right, let's try Ken. That work? Yes, that worked. Okay. Ken versus Ken. I always thought that was funny when I was a kid. Oh, it's going to focus on my hands. Well, that's no fun. Now, the one drawback, the screen's really bright. It's actually pretty nice, but it is really small. So I'm sure it's easier for you, or harder for you to see on the screen there on the video than it is for me. Oh, he's Hadoukening me to death. I've kind of forgotten how to do some of that. I looked it up the other day when I just got the machine, but I've forgotten some of the special moves here. The controls are pretty responsive overall. There's a little bit of lag, but you'd expect that on an emulator. So. All right, here we are in round 2. I've got the camera adjusted so you can see the screen a little better, so you can't see my hands or anything, but it actually a little easier to see the screen now for you. It's really, the camera's really having a hard time focusing on this screen. I'm getting absolutely rocked here. The good news is there's a fix for that besides practice. Oh no, whatever shall we do? Oh, wait, we can insert a coin. All right, before we get back into this, I want to show you something that we can do to actually adjust the difficulty a little bit if you're like me and you're a little rusty. So down here, there's a menu button. So if you just press that, it goes into the menu in settings. So you got back to game, restart game, screen is full or native. So if you go to native, it probably makes it a little bit more of a widescreen. So I prefer the full, demo sound on and off, game difficulty. So here we go. The game difficulty goes from 1 to 7. So it's right in the middle right now. So let's back it off to like 1 and let's see what that is. And then the brightness, you can actually adjust the brightness of the screen, which is really nice. I think it was pretty good about right there. So yeah, but it'll go really, really bright or really dim if you're in a dimmer room. So we're gonna go back to game and let's see what happens. So it does have to restart because it's adjusting the difficulty now. And this would have been something, of course, you couldn't do on an original arcade machine because, you know, they didn't want the difficulty level lower because they wanted to eat as many quarters as possible. But technically, I believe there were dip switches inside the machine to adjust these if somebody owned the machine and really wanted to do that. So, all right, let's give it a shot. All right, let's try Ryu. Ryu versus Chun-Li. All right, this should be a little bit easier this time. The color is pretty good on it. Everything looks really, really nice. I've actually got it a little bit too bright here. Let me turn it down just a little. There we go. Okay, now I should probably pay attention before she beats me on easy mode. So fun. Oh, there's the lightning leg. Uh-oh. Yeah. There we go. Actually 1-1. I'll show you a little more gameplay. Again, I'm not very good at this right now, but it is super fun. Oh, there I got the Hadouken to work. So I think it's just start at the bottom and work your way up and then hit jab. Of course, I was facing the wrong way when I did it, but that's fine. Still a really fun game. All right, let's see who's next. This little screen was fun. Zangief. See, overall, this is a lot of fun. I do wonder, there's the Hadouken. I do wonder if you can actually hack the machine to add more games to it. Not sure. Well, I seem to have that figured out now. Anyway, this thing is super fun. I could play this for hours for sure. I do need to remember the button combinations and stuff. Obviously, it's a lot easier on easy mode, and that's nice that they have that because you can take your time and kind of get used to the game a little bit more. I definitely was better at this at Walmart in my childhood. And I think I remember renting a Super Nintendo version of this and actually being able to learn the button combinations a little better. So anyway, that's super fun. It's a neat little system. One of my friends gave this to me for my birthday, and I'm just really, really appreciative. It's a ton of fun, and it's just something cool. It also just looks really cool. It's just something fun to add to the collection as well. So I really do enjoy this. All right, well, that's all for now. I told you this would be a short video, and I'm sticking to it. This is just a fun little machine. I'm so glad to have. Again, big thanks to my friend for sending this to me for my birthday. It just looks so cool. It's so small, but yet it's so much fun to play. And I love that it has, you know, they're not full-size controls, but I love that it has, you know, basically full size for the machine itself. I'm not sure what the scale is on this, but it is just really a lot of fun to play. The screen is nice and bright. It's got a lot of options. The only thing I wish really on something like this is that it had a rechargeable battery so that you could use that USB-C port to just charge it like any other device that you have. So that's my only gripe about this. Otherwise, it is super, super fun. The joystick is actually pretty responsive if you actually know the move combinations. So that's something I'm gonna be working on just for fun as we go along. So again, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below if this looks like something that would be fun, or if you remember playing Street Fighter 2 in Walmart or in whatever store or in an arcade back in the day, back in the 90s when this thing was new. It was just such a popular game. It was even on the Super Nintendo as well. So anyway, leave a comment if you remember playing this game, or if you have any tips or tricks for me, because obviously I'm still really bad at it, but it's a lot of fun. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in the next one. So for now, enjoy that tech and keep it retro.